one of the great multi-left tackles, pass blocking, run blocking in the NFL for a long time. Could play, still available. We'll get into that in a second. This guy's full of personality. What's always interesting, I'm fascinated by this. How in the hell did you end up being overlooked by SEC teams? It didn't take you very long to be good in the NFL. You went to Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I did.
I know where Arkansas is. I don't know where the Pine or the Bluff is at. Why? Were you a late bloomer?
I think my area was just overlooked. My high school was behind the times as far as exposure.
Okay.
Putting the eyes on guys and getting the tape to where it was available. You know, I was still VHS, a lot of static.
Well, Josh Allen. Same thing.
Oh, really?
Literally didn't get a single college offer.
Oh, wow.
Played out in the sticks in Northern California.
Okay. Well, same situation. Yeah, so if you were watching my film, you would have to kind of figure out which of those dots were me. And we liked that guy. And it didn't happen for me.
Did you know, did you go to the Combine?
I did.
Okay, when did you know, I'm better than that guy? I'm better than that guy. Like, when did you know I'm going to play in this league?
I wouldn't say the Combine was that situation for me. Combine helped me get more eyes and more exposure. I had broke the 40-yard dash record for the offensive lineman. Ran 4.65 too, so
wow.
Look at that. So that just helped me get my name out and got more people to watch my film. My college film had some static too, but it was more DVD.
Okay.
It wasn't VHS no more.
Okay.
So it's hard to see that too. But Combine helped me tremendously. But as far as like which guy that I feel like I could play against or I'm better than, never really been my thing. I went to the East-West Shrine game and then got invited to the Senior Bowl the next week. So those 2 weeks were probably the most revealing for me as far as level of talent, because I kept hearing that through the process. Your level of talent that you played against is going to be different than the SEC guys. So first one-on-one, I'll tell you a quick story. First one-on-one at the Senior Bowl, I got there late. I line up, it's a DN from Georgia. I don't remember his name. And I'm like, this is my moment. I jumped at him, threw his ass 5 yards, and jumped on him, everything. Like, I blacked out. And that was my right then and there was my moment of, you can do this. You can play at this level.
I love stories like that. I love that stuff. It's funny. We were talking during the break. I love Sean Payton. Sean Payton FaceTimed me last night in Indy, and you played for him for years, and he is very blunt. He and Russell Wilson, Russell's Mr. Optimism, Sean's Mr. Authentic Honesty. Like, it clashed.
Yeah.
You didn't like Sean early.
I didn't. I didn't like him at all my first 3-4 years, but I appreciated him. Like, I appreciated his coaching style. He was very direct. He was very aggressive, but he wasn't personable at all. Like, I couldn't say nothing to him, couldn't make a suggestion or opinion or anything. Only time he talked to you was if you messed up. That was it. Like, he was not a pat on the back guy at all. So as a young player coming from Arkansas Pine Bluff, I was looking for a little, you know what I mean, a little something.
Yes.
But everything that he taught me in those first 4 years, it stuck with me, and it taught me what's important. Doing your job, execution, play after play, game after game. And I can't thank the man enough. And then later on, my last 5 years together, we became best friends. And I love him to death. The stories that he has and the moments that we've shared together, he went the extra mile for me. 2020 during COVID, my brother passed away, and we couldn't travel. So, it was looking like I wouldn't be able to go to the funeral. And I'm like, I'm driving if that's the case. But it's middle of the week, and Sean called me to his office, and he's like, Mrs. Benson, I told her the situation. We're taking her plane. We're going to the funeral. I'm like, what you mean, wait? He's like, I'm coming with you. Like, we're going to and he came up to my hometown. Me, him, Dan Rochar. He just signed with the Bears as the O-line coach. Alvin Kamara and Latavius Murray. And we all went to the funeral together, and Sean was amongst the people, and he helped my family, like, genuinely. Had people laughing and smiling at really the toughest time of our lives. So forever grateful for that man.
By the way, somebody said on the staff, they said, hey, Teron is going to give you crap about Steph Curry, who dropped 56 last night.
GOAT.
What are you going to say to me? I was very complimentary today of Steph Curry.
Yeah, no, so now that you mentioned it, And it's about 8 years ago that you said this.
8 years ago?
Yeah, I've been holding on to that. I've been waiting for you. Yeah. So
Okay, 8 years.
I honestly don't even remember what you said. I just know at the moment I didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit.
What did I say?
It was, can he win a championship? By himself? Does he need X, Y, and Z to do it? It was something crazy, just outrageous.
And it just bothered you.
It bothered me bad.
But you know what? It's funny about Steph Curry. He goes to Davidson, so none of us watch him. Small school.
Mm-hmm.
You and him have something in common. He has ankle issues. He's not very good defensively at all.
My ankle's pretty good. I heard everything else, but ankles were good.
But he had to develop into something.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And there were talk they were going to keep Monte Ellis and move him. Like that was Jerry West is like, we're not doing that. I think it was Jerry West or somebody in the organization. And the truth is that I do think the jet fuel to players like you and Curry, and I've said this about this year's quarterback draft, they're all getting crushed.
Yeah.
This is them all.
That's a fact.
And what makes Curry so great is that he just always works at his craft. And I think sometimes, and I see this a little with Luka. Luka was so good at 16, beating European men. He's still not in good shape. Like when the harder things are to attain, the more it fuels you for the rest of your life. Steph Curry will be competitive golfing at 74.
That's a fact.
Because of Davidson.
That's a fact.
And go into your life. The fact you were doubted, even today, does it tick you? Because I think you were graded top 3 tackle last year.
Yeah.
Does it still drive you crazy? Do you feel disrespected by that?
I do. And that to your point, that's what drew me to Steph Curry. Like to become a fan of Steph Curry is all the noise, and for him to use it as fuel and to work. I took the same approach. I had to work overtime to go from Arkansas Pine Bluff and be a small school guy, underachiever, all of those things, whatever, to be a 5-time Pro Bowler, all pro, you know what I mean? And it's still, like you say, to this day, it was third-rate tackle this year, whatever, whose grades or metrics. But I just always got to prove myself. And I'm okay with that because I love the grind. I love the work. I love getting better. I love the progression. It's just a part of who I am.
So I've said this before. NFL is obviously rewarding financially offensive players over defensive players, but I've said there's a handful of defensive players in my life, Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, Aaron Donald. They're just different.
Facts.
Myles Garrett is pretty close to that, and my argument is if you give him a winning environment, he'll play even better. Like LeBron looks better now that Luke is there.
For sure.
I mean, Steph's playing better, Jimmy Butler's there. It's like they're showing off. It's okay, everybody's watching my games now. How many times have you faced Myles Garrett and physically he should have more body fat at that size? Is he a tough matchup even for you?
Yeah. I've played him 3 times. I would say I think we played the first time in 2018. That is a top 3 one-on-one O-line versus D-line battle. I went and watched it again probably 2 months ago. It's a dog fight. I won. I did. I'm gonna just put that out there. I won. But if you go back and watch that game, I got no help. He got no help. He lined up here, I lined up here, and we went at it for the entire game. 2018, go watch that.
So the next day when you wake up, be honest with me.
You're right.
Is it hard to get out of bed when you play somebody at that level?
For sure. That you get a physical dogfight like that, somebody that's like really, it's like a train wreck. For sure. It's you feel every part of it. Your neck, back, shoulders, for sure. No question about it.
By the way, Matt Stafford just reached an agreement with the Rams.
Oh, wow.
So
what we got?
The Raiders came after him, but it was interesting. According to Diana Rossini, the Raiders only offer 2 years, which is what the Rams are offering. So the trade speculation talk is done. The first significant offseason quarterback domino has